Hello there. For today's video, I'm going to show you a song, more particularly a song from one of my all-time favorite deathcore bands, Lorna. I'm showing you, they're pretty much famous by now. Like, if you like deathcore, you don't know Lorna Shore, you ain't into that shit. You're more of a abomination. All metalheads are gonna be like, don't you speak to me. You fucking twat. You ain't a metalhead, you are. Don't speak to me. I can't stand that heresy. How do you not know of Lorna Shore? Well, anyway. In their album called Flesh Coffin, they have a song named The Watcher. I always think of The Witcher whenever, for whatever reason, the TV show, whenever I hear it, or when we see the name. But one day I'm like, oh, what's that song again? It goes like, scary, scary little creatures running and hiding in the dark. Don't you worry, don't you mind, for in the end, all your life is now mine, or something like that. Close. It's this right here. This betwixt the light and shadow, granted power of the deceased. Life cannot continue if I do not permit it so. Scurry little creatures, have you no vigor or spine? No matter or worry, in the end all life is mine. Just those first lyrics, when I first read them, I'm like, that's the type of thing you see, like, those horror movies like Paranormal Witness, like how it's always the little girl, imaginary fan either stabbing her parents or having her parents hanging in the backyard tree, and okay, yeah, something's going on. It's kind of like that, except it's a little boy, and she's like, why is my computer gone dark? I did not turn on dark mode. Minimizes it to go to settings to turn off dark mode. It goes back to light mode. Turns it on, back to dark mode. Turns it off, light mode. On, off. And she's like, it's on light mode. It still is on light mode. Why is it so dark? Well, you know why. Because this song is fucking brutal and dark. I think this song would go perfectly with like scenes from World War One, where they have like thousands upon thousands of men, some of them not even 14 years old, like some of them even 10 years old, crying out in pain and agony as chemical wolf weapons are wiping over them. They have no protection, and they're just screaming in agony, writhing on the ground before they finally end up choking by maybe twitching a little bit, or like a pit after a big battle full of millions of bodies, all mutilated, limbs missing, shots, holes, everything in the body, where there was a flood of nothing but blood. That type of dark shit. Anyway, we're almost, if you see this, I have a couple of questions. First of all, God damn, man, what gave you this idea? Like, did you watch a movie or something? Because, fuck, that is dark. I mean, I get your deathcore. Deathcore is kind of like that. That's all over shit. That's nothing new, but this one is, I don't know. I just particularly like it, especially like the little rhymes. Just the way you word it sounds so good. But, like, Pretty much the question is, did you watch a movie, play a video game? What gave you the idea? Also, I'm not sure the whole meaning behind this song, but what were you thinking when you were like writing the song? Like, were you thinking like in somewhere in here, it's going to be right below the ad, master of all, bending to my will, whether flesh or soul in time, I will own what you envy, what lust do you hold, unfold, we're not there, here we go. Torn between dimensions, I am energy, I am God, reaper of the fallen and forgotten, the unraveling of life's facet. That's my best guess at what it says, but I'm like, so like, is this song supposed to be like about some entity? Like, my best guess is it's about death, and just death in general, like the personification of death, you know, like the dude skeleton wearing black cloak hood with the scythe. Seems like that's kind of the personification of it. But then you see the torn between dimensions, I am energy, I am God. That, I mean, you could still be death, but I kind of feel like there was a bit more there. Like, almost like in Stranger Things, the big tentacled monster who's just wanted, who's like, come on, Elle, I'm not trying to kill you. All I want you to do is use your telepathic power to teleport me to Japan so I can go make some tentacled hentai. Or hentai. I don't know how it's pronounced. Anyway, point being, jokes aside, I kind of picture that thing torn between dimensions. Slight spoiler, although not really. In season 3 or 2, the whatever the thing is sends another one of it into the thing. So pretty much it's out in the real world fucking shit up, and I'm like, and how is this giant ass tentacle monster not noticed by Americans? You probably all have guns. Of course, I'm going to say they don't have all guns because that's this plot device. I mean, it was realistic. You see a bunch of rednecks being like, God damn you illegal aliens. We don't want you. Get off our lawn. Get out of my land. Get out of my country. We don't want you. Which is one good thing. No, we're not afraid of an alien invasion because of all the racist rednecks. It may not be good to be racist and against aliens, but tell me that when aliens invade, we're the only country that they have been unable to take because all of the rednecks are racist as fuck. Anyway, back to the point. The creature, you know how it's like torn between dimensions, the underground, underneath, whatever it's called, and our world. I am energy. That thing seems to have like telepathic powers. So if that's kind of like energy, I am God. It can control the demigorgons, and we know it is powerful as fuck. So you could say it's a god, and you probably wouldn't be completely wrong, a dark god, but that's just my personal take on it. I have a couple other. Another thing I've noticed is Saul's wander with the river of Styx. S-T-Y-X. That's Greek and Roman. Or it's just Greek or it's just Roman. Anyway, it's Hades, the underworld god. It's the same for Greek and Roman. It's just that which version, like, the Greeks came first, they made their gods, then the Romans were like, yeah, fuck your gods, we'll make Zeus 2.0 and name him Mars, Jupiter, whatever planet is named after him. But anyway, the point being is the river Styx is the river that you paid the ferryman to go across. But let me correct the same river that Hercules was, or whoever the guy Achilles was dipped in, so he was near invincible until the guy shot him in the heel of the foot with a poison, if I'm not mistaken, which killed him. Anyway, there was that. The I'll be waiting show no sign of emotion. That goes back to death, personification. Death is something that's not bad nor good. It just is. What would be bad is no death, because if we keep reproducing but no one dies, there's going to become a point where millions of people are slaughtering each other, and it's pretty much hell on earth. They say by like 2050 we're going to be past or max population limit. I can't tell you how many movies or video games I've seen about World War III being because the last remaining all of the world is fighting over the last remaining resources, and it's like a Mad Max, except the entire world is that way because there's just too many people for this war to think. So death is not bad. It's a good thing. But it is hard when you lose someone you love or whatnot. Trust me, I know. It's never going to see them again. But in the end, life is death, death is life. You must return from whence thee hath came. Yeah, medieval talk here. That's for the literal people out there. Once again, Flesh Coffins, 2017. I was going to say 2006. I'm glad I waited to do it, and I think that's how. I'm not 100% sure that's how it is. The // watch. Why the two slashes? No spaces, // Don't ask me. Ask Will. He's the expert. Anyway, that's just me. Really, if you ever watched this, if you could maybe just put down in the comments the question of what gave you the idea of this song, and like what were you thinking about, and like we're thinking of it like an entity, or in one extra thing, if you could tell me if I am partially right about this song being about death. How it's not good or bad, it just is. But that's all I have for today. Once again, Lorna Shaw, Flesh Coffin 2017, The Watcher. This is their cover. Coffin with like a stick figure that, well, I'm guessing the thing, like, though someone broke its knee, bent its knees and like legs, so that's the leg sticking up, then tore off one of its arms, which is why on the left side there's an arm, and the side it will cut off at the elbow, and they'll stick the upper part of the arm with the lower part of the arm, stab it through his thigh. Because they're stick figures, so they're kind of sharp, And then we'll put them in the coffin. Oh, and we're not even making him a complete head, we'll just make him like a mini head. Because, fuck you, man. Oh, and we're also we're gonna take away your neck, too. Pretty much doing everything we can to fire all your body, but anyway, everything upset. Well, if you ever watched this, I hope you do. Love your shit. Especially the new shit. The, what's the song? The one that came out with the Sun Eater. It used to be Immortal, but it's Sun Eater. so many hours just listening to that. I can orgasm all day on it. And go to my non-metalhead friends and make their ears bleed, make them bash their heads into my dashboard of my car until they're knocked unconscious or dead, just so they won't have to hear it. But that's all for today. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you all later.